We are walking to the car because we're gonna go drive. We're going on a little journey today. I'm taking you guys with me. I'm gonna go get the first actual designer fragrance I ever owned. I haven't smelled it in many, many years, and I'm very excited to see what I think of it, see how it smells, see if it's changed from what my memory tells me. I'm super excited because no matter what, no matter how I feel about it when I smell it in the store, I'm gonna buy it because I've wanted it in my collection for years. And for no good reason at all, I haven't gone out of my way to go get it. So taking you guys with me, and we got some other little surprises in store for the rest of the day. I'll show you guys here in this video, so let's ride. Okay, so we bought it. I knew I was gonna buy it regardless of how it smelled. I have some thoughts. I will tell you guys what I think in the car. It's a beautiful morning. Just look at the sky behind me. It's incredible. All right, so here's the fragrance. The smallest size it comes in is 100 milliliters, so that's what I went with. Yes, Chanel, I didn't even say it. Chanel Allure Homme Eau de Toilette. Now, this fragrance, it's bringing back memories. I can say that it's not exactly what I remember as far as the depth, the density. It could be placebo. I could be affected and influenced by so much of what so many people kind of complain about when it comes to fragrances that have been around for a couple decades, saying, oh, they're all being watered down, but the price is going up. Is that true in some cases? Of course it is. Is it true in all cases? I don't think we can conclusively say that. So it could be my brain playing tricks to me saying, oh, yeah, maybe it's a little watered down, but it's been so many years, guys. Like, I haven't smelled this fragrance. I was trying to remember the last time I smelled it. It was probably back when I had a bottle of it. So let me tell you the story behind this fragrance. I was a senior in high school and I went to the band room. I was in the band, musician, if you didn't know that, now you know. And in my locker where I would store my instrument, I opened it up one day and this fragrance is sitting there. Now it just happened to be my birthday. So someone had left an anonymous gift for my birthday. It was a girl. I did find out who she was later. And yeah, it was just a really kind gesture of hers. And she wanted me to wear a fragrance that she liked. And, you know, nothing really ended up happening from any of that. But I came out with the fragrance. Now, the unfortunate part about it was that I think it was just a few months later, after wearing this fragrance fairly often. I wasn't wearing it every day. I wasn't as much of a frag head at that point in my life. I wasn't quite developed enough. I went on a trip with the band. We flew to, I believe it was Hawaii, and I brought this fragrance with me. This was a handful of years after September 11th, 2001. So the TSA restrictions had really tightened in a way that I didn't know about. No one had explained it to me. So I had this in my carry-on bag, full 100 milliliter bottle, and they wouldn't let me fly with it. So they said, you can either dump it, like trash it, or you can just like leave it here, but you can't take it with you. I'll be honest, at the time, I couldn't really appreciate the fragrance. It smelled a little bit too mature for me. It smelled like something I could not pull off. My brother would make fun of me when I would put it on. He's like,
oh, you smell like you're trying to be an older man.
And that definitely influenced how I felt about it. But also just, I liked the scent, but I just didn't vibe with it in the way that I was ready for. So I wasn't actually upset when I had to part with it. And it wasn't until many years later when I actually started getting into fragrances. I saw this fragrance pop up somewhere in a video when I started getting into YouTube videos on fragrance, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the fragrance. I used to own that Chanel. Wonder, do they still make it? Can I still smell it? I may have sniffed it out in a Sephora or something, maybe in the last 10 years. It's possible that I did, but I frankly do not remember. So I'm gonna say the last vivid memory I have of smelling and wearing this fragrance was 20 years ago. So I got it on my hand and I've been sniffing it. Ultimately, what I'm getting out of this, it's kind of a complex scent, but it has a lot of distinction and personality to it. That is not easy to do. This fragrance has a beautiful aromatic quality to it. There is a lot of lavender. There's citruses, there's fruits, and there's something almost fougere-like about it, which I didn't get when I first owned it. It's like a neo-fougere in some way, where there's this cleanliness, but there's this almost rich, like spicy, woody, barbershop-ish vibe to it that's not overt, because ultimately it's a fragrance that's always been kind of hard for me to describe. It really comes together as one accord, and there's something just warm, spicy, definitely alluring. The name is perfect. It is an alluring fragrance. I'm gonna wear this today. I'm curious what Grace is gonna think. And I do think she knows the story. I did tell her this story before. Here's the bottle. This is the one that started it all, guys. The Allure Homme Sport, the flankers of that, the Blanche edition, everything came from this. I think it was Jacques Polge who did this one, if I'm not mistaken. So let's give it a spray. Yes. Okay, silly me. The spray I put on my hand was from the bottle in the store. It was from the tester bottle. And who knows what the treatment of that bottle has been. It's been sitting under lights in the store. It's been sprayed. It's just whatever. The experience that I'm getting now, having sprayed it, in fact, I'm going to put this on my arm so I can get it a little bit more up close. It's definitely a little different from the store bottle. Not by a much, but there is some difference here. There is this ambery, sweet, vanillic warmth. It's not heavy. It's like the lightest part of the scent. I say the scent is pretty top heavy for having so much in it, but it does speak with a lot of aromatic freshness, a lot of fruitiness, a bit of a brightness, but it's not exactly fresh. And that's where the alluring aspect comes in. There is something beneath this clean-ish aromatic nature that, you know, awakens the senses. It captures the attention in a way that almost feels like freshness, but when you put it next to like a blue fragrance or an aquatic or something green or whatever, it's not overtly fresh. As it's sitting over these first few minutes, I can say a little bit easier that this is not exactly what it was to my memory years ago. I believe the formula has changed. I can't say that conclusively. I'm just saying I believe it has. There's a certain piece of this personality that feels like it's missing. And it was honestly the piece of it that I didn't like before, the piece of it that felt too mature. And it's hard for me to describe what that piece is, but it's missing. It's like almost like just like a gap in the scent profile. So I'm going to wear this throughout the day. I don't want to take all the time here in this car telling you about the fragrance. I have other things to do today. Later on this evening, I have a little rehearsal. You'll be able to catch some snippets of that, some of the music. So more to come. But here, while you're here watching, let me know what you think of this fragrance. Let me know what you think of Chanel Allure Homme. If you've tried it, let's have a discussion about it. I'm curious, but more to come as it dries on my skin. Oh yeah, real quick, I know I showed that new Armani fragrance on camera. I think it's called I Will. I did end up spraying that on a blotter, so it was on paper. That is where my opinion is coming from. I was not impressed, at least on paper. It smelled like a fresh vanilla fragrance, but I don't know what's in it. I don't know anything about it. But anyway, just wanted to weigh in on that. I'm sure some of you guys would ask, but I'm not giving you my final thoughts on that fragrance. I still have to actually try it. Will I do that? We'll see. Some mouthpiece buzzing just to get re-warmed up. I'm headed to rehearsal now. I like to do this just to get the air and the lips communicating so that the wind that I'm pushing through my lips. There's no hindrance in the vibration that's happening. And I just want to make sure that from up to down on the mouthpiece even, that I have a clean sound with no breaks. Now, granted, I am driving, and don't be alarmed. I've done this a lot. I've done this for years and years. I don't condone it, of course, but I'm a professional, so don't try this at home. So yeah, it's a little harder to do that while driving, but if I can do it while driving, I can definitely do it while not driving. So that's not why I do it while driving. This is just pure convenience. Just trying to multitask, get a little bit more warmed up as I am getting to my destination. So I will get some footage of the rehearsal. I do have some thoughts to share about Chanel Allure Homme. I'm enjoying it. My experience has definitely been very enjoyable throughout the day, and I will tell you why that is shortly. So see you at rehearsal. to see me because obviously it is dark. But I'm heading home. Hope you enjoyed those clips from the rehearsal. Just wanted to report back on Chanel Allure Homme. I ended up putting another spray on my arm before I headed out to rehearsal, so probably about 2 hours ago, just because it was very faint. I did not expect it to last the entire day. And I would say, yeah, by about that 6-hour mark, it was very close to the skin. But I was still getting some wafts here and there. I had sprayed it inside of my collar, and I do that with open collared shirts because it allows me to get that waft, you know, kind of warmed underneath my shirt on my skin. I just smell it for longer because it also gets on the shirt a bit. I was really enjoying it. It was just this soft, kind of creamy, smooth, warm, sweet ambery, vanilla, tonka bean vibes. It just gets really alluring. I think the name is literally perfect. All in all, I will say that my experience, as I said earlier, is a little different from what I remember it being years ago. I feel like, you know, maybe the fragrance isn't as potent. I don't know if I would go as far as to say that. I would at least say that the personality of the scent is a little different, but I still really like it. It still reminds me of those earlier days when I first had it. Kind of brought back some old memories, and I remember my brother calling it like, you smell like weird chocolate or something. So I got that vibe. You know, this fragrance came out in 1999. It's been on the market a long time. I am not the first person to do a review on it, so I understand that I don't really need to go super in depth on this fragrance, just because it's been talked about, it's been dissected a lot, but you know, maybe not a lot of people are talking about it today. And I do have a special relationship with it, which is why I wanted to get it back, and I wanted to feature it for you guys, because I know I've mentioned it in videos over the last couple years when I've told this story several times. I'm like, you know what, man, I need to just stop telling that story and get the fragrance and live the story, continue the story. So what I want to know is, do you like Allure Homme? Have you tried it yourself? If you haven't tried it, go out and try it in the store. Again, it's been almost 30 years it's been on the market. It's still on the market for a reason. I'd say go check it out yourself, see what you think, put it on your skin, and don't expect it to last the entire day, because it's an eau de toilette, and you know, it's been changed a bit over the years, and it's not meant to be this crazy powerhouse. You know, it is literally meant to be alluring. That is in the name. I'm gonna get reacquainted with it more and more as we move into the fall time. For me, it is a perfect fall time scent because it is relatively light. It could do fine for a summer day like today was. It wasn't super hot, but it was pretty warm, and I think it does fine because there's enough of an aromatic feel. But this to me is more of a fall scent, especially anytime you want to be alluring during the fall time. It could be a work scent, yes, but I could see it definitely as an evening scent, cuddle scent, date scent, whatever you want to say. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Chanel Allure Homme. I'm going to have it linked here in the video somehow if you want to check it out yourself, or I recommend, again, going to your nearest department store and giving it a spray. Let me know what you think down in the comments. See you guys in the next one. I should look at the camera when I say bye. Bye.